What's up, everyone? It's your boy Brock, and we have Zach here. We are gonna have a podcast for the first time in about a half a year. It's been forever. But we're just gonna dive right into it. First thing first is the sad story of the Washington running back, Brian Robinson. He got shot, but he's expected to make a recovery, I do believe. It said he had non-life-threatening injuries, which is good, but I don't think he'll play this year. But yet again, I don't know if he was the starter for the Washington team or if he was the backup.
I don't think he was the starter. I think he's the rookie, so I don't think he was the
Oh,
starter.
yeah. Still pretty sad there.
But yeah, I'd say he plays maybe half the season, but he won't probably be there.
Not anymore.
Probably need to recover for a good portion of the season.
Yeah. It said he was shot like twice or something.
Yeah.
Let's dive deep into this thing, to this Matt Ariza situation. This story is crazy. So, Matt Ariza, he was punting for the Buffalo Bills. In college, he was punting about 80 yards. It was insane. The biggest punter in in football history. So he gets drafted 7th round, I think, from the Bills. And then things came out of I don't think you can say this for YouTube, but if you guys don't know, I'll put a link in the description or something. It's really, really bad. Allegations. But I looked into this further. You won't believe this, Zach. The Bills knew about this on draft night. But it gets even crazier. They signed Ariza and released Hack for Ariza to be on the team. And now both of them are not on the team. They took a chance to put Ariza as the starting punter, knowing the allegations, and released their starting punter for him to get the starting job. And now they're both off the team. Which I think is a really risky thing for the Bills. To know that was going on, and you pick him up, knowing that could be a case of him not being able to play football. And releasing the starting punter, I think, is a really bad idea. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, if they'd known about it, I would have kept him, the starting punter for last year on the team. But look, it could be true, it could not be true.
Yeah.
Women do this to men.
Especially when they're... That's also what I want to point out, is that...
Fairly often.
The people... so this case was an ongoing case for a while, and the case got dropped, and now it's recircling back on draft night. So I just want to point that out there. It was an ongoing situation, then it got dropped, then it got brought back up when he got drafted. So I think there's just I don't know what's going on there.
It could be she's looking for money.
Yeah, it could be anything. Let's go into this. How about them Bears, undefeated in the preseason? Give a clap to them. No one cares about the Bears going undefeated in the preseason. I'll just set it there. As a Bears fan,
they always go undefeated in the preseason. It doesn't.
As a Bears fan, I don't care what their record. Yeah. I don't care what anybody's record is in the preseason, because mainly all the preseason games, there's not a single starter out on the field.
I mean, there are starters out on the field for like a quarter, but...
And some get cut. Most of them get cut. out there playing. That's their highlight of the NFL, being in training camp and stuff. And then they get cut. But Bears being undefeated in the preseason, absolutely do not care about that. Justin Fields at the highest QBR. I mean, good for him. I mean, I could see him. I can see him progressing.
He looked pretty good. I saw the last preseason game. He looked ready.
Yeah, he definitely looked a lot. He definitely improved from last season to the preseason. I could notice that he looked good. Speaking of preseason, can we talk about Tom Brady casually throwing out 20-yard passes? I saw this video of it. He's casually doing 20-yard passes and stuff as a 45-year-old. I don't think he'll ever retire, Zach. I don't think he ever will retire.
I mean, as long as Giselle is okay with him.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
Okay.
No, that was yesterday. Anyway, sorry. As long as Giselle is okay with him still playing, he's gonna play. So he's probably not gonna retire anytime soon.
He had the 11-day absence, and when he came back, the first question was what was going on. And he said he just had a lot of stuff going on in his life. I mean, take that how you want it. It could be bad. It could have been good news. It could have been he just needed a break. But it was just a mini break. Nothing really. I mean, the man's Tom Brady. He can do whatever he wants. I wouldn't mind him sitting out like a quarter of the season for his body, because it'll take a toll on you as a 45-year-old man. I mean, he can do whatever the heck he wants. I mean, it's Tom Brady, don't you think?
Yeah.
He can do whatever the heck he wants.
He's been in the league for
older than us.
Yeah, older than I am, specifically. Older than you. He's been in the league longer to know what he's doing than so
yeah.
We'll see how that does, but
yeah.
So, he's Tom Brady, so
yeah, can't question it.
Bad.
Yeah. I saw a thing today that said the Bears might be trading Jenkins, which was surprising. I thought.
Jenkins?
You don't know about that?
Janoris Jenkins?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of a different Jenkins?
Here, I'm gonna look up. Yeah, they were gonna Tevin Jenkins. He's really young too. Yeah, offensive lineman could be traded. I thought that was really surprising. Because, I mean, it's the second year in the league. And it just popped up like, hey, he might be traded. Which I thought was very interesting. We'll get into trades a little bit more as the podcast goes on. We're going to talk about the Rams-Bengals joint practice. Did you not see the video of that?
I did not, no.
It was basically like, you know that guy that got us banned from the NFL for tossing the helmet and taking it off and swinging it? Remember that? Like a year back? And it hit, like he took off his helmet and bashed it on the quarterback for Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
It was basically that, but like more brutal. Because he did it to multiple men. He didn't do it to one guy. He took the other team's helmet off and bashed it on every single guy. And I'm like, how do you not get fined? I think he got fined, but he should have gotten suspended. I don't know how to put in perspective how scared I would be for Aaron Donald to be swinging helmets out on the football field. I mean, that's a scary sight for Aaron Donald to be throwing football helmets.
Yeah.
That's lethal.
Yeah. He's a strong dude.
Yes, he is. You don't want to tick him off. That's for sure. Panthers kicker Zane Gonzalez is going to be out for a while. A long time. They said with a significant injury. I forgot what injury it was, but they said he's going to miss most of the season. So I don't know how the Panthers are going to deal with the kicking situation, but they got more stuff to deal with than just their kicker. They've got a lot of things to fix besides the kicking. I feel bad for McCaffrey, dude. Wasting his talent in Carolina. Don't you? Hold on, what?
The Colts linebacker, Darius Leonard, had back surgery over the summer.
He recovered, right?
Oh, yeah. I think he'll recover, but I don't know how that process is going.
Mm.
He should be ready.
Yeah. I bet he will be.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We already talked about Sam Darnold, but nobody really cares about Sam Darnold.
I actually think that they brought in Baker for the best situation for Sam Darnold because you actually get competition with that.
Well, not anymore. He's missing 4 weeks.
Huh?
He's missing 4 weeks. Darnold
I know,
is.
but I'm saying, like, training camp brought out the best in Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Sam Darnold played great in the preseason, but at the same time, he got hurt. And, I mean, can't really do anything much about that, but...
Yeah. Did you see today's trade? Jags trading LaVisca?
No. Well, I saw it, but I didn't really think anything of it.
They got traded to the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was very interesting. And then also, Sony Michel got released today. Which I thought was interesting as well.
Oh, yeah? How so?
I mean, it's Sony Michel, dude. Like, is he that bad now?
I think the Rams have just... He was on the Rams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that injury that he had last year, I think the Rams are just being cautious with him. And they'll probably bring him back on their practice squad or something. But if I were the Rams, I wouldn't want him to actually start. I would cut him and then bring him back on the practice squad, see how he does. Then, but I wouldn't do much with him.
Yeah. The Ravens still are getting... Remember last year when the Ravens always got hurt?
The Ravens what? I'm sorry.
always got hurt last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell this to everybody, but it's back. If you didn't hear the news, their mascot got hurt bad and was carted off the field after being injured during a halftime youth football game. And I think he tore his ACL.
Gotta bring in the replacement guy.
His injury nearly delayed the start of the second half. Ravens coach John Harbaugh walked onto the field and checked on him, who waited on the field for nearly 5 minutes because many were unsure whether he was really injured or not. Oh my. I wonder who's gonna make the who's gonna be in the mascot now. You want to be the Ravens mascot?
I would love to.
You would love to?
Yeah. They're doing tryouts.
Yeah. This was sad. About 2 days ago, Miami Dolphins senior vice president Jason Jenkins dies at the age of 47. He died suddenly. I don't think it didn't say what type of, how he died. But yeah, 47, that's sad to hear. I've got other news here. MLB, if you didn't hear about MLB news, Fernando Tatis got caught. First, he got caught with a motorcycle. In the MLB, you can't have motorcycles. You seem shocked.
You can't have motorcycles if you're in
You
the
can't
MLB.
drive a motorcycle if you're in the MLB. Because of the risk of injury, how dangerous motorcycles are. You cannot do it. So he was driving his motorcycle and he posted it on IG Live. The MLB saw this and they fined him, right? Then, then during his fine or suspension or something like that, he got tested for all sorts of things. There's this one problem with getting tested. You can test positive. Fernando Tatis got tested positive for a drug or substance of some performance-enhancing drug, and he has been suspended for, I forget how long it was. There were memes about this saying that he got ringworm. I'll bring it up. Because I think the drug that he took stops ringworm. So he banned steroid after innocently using a cream to treat a skin problem. And he said he wasn't. He got suspended for 80 games. He did because he had ringworm. Tatis, one of the most talented young stars in baseball, first said that he had used a cream containing the steroid clostebol to treat a recent case of ringworm caused by a haircut.
Oh. Interesting.
But, well, he got suspended for 80 games. incidental or not, I don't know. We can talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chet Holmgren is out for the year with a foot injury. One of their 7 first-round draft picks is a waste. They have like 3 draft picks this year, and this year I think they have 4. They have the most draft picks ever known to mankind for the next 10 years. College. You want to talk about some college stuff? I mean, not.
What you got for college?
I mean, not me being in college, but like college football.
Yes.
How do you think Purdue's gonna do?
On Thursday?
On Thursday and just overall.
I mean, I'm always biased about Purdue.
I know. That's why I'm here to correct you.
Yeah, you're a funny guy. So, let's see. Let's see here.
Here's my question. Will you make a bowl game this year?
We did last year.
Yeah.
And we won.
But that's last year.
So,
well, we made the playoffs and we lost, so.
True. I could see us winning 10 games. Possibly.
10?
Possibly.
Out of how many? Including your bowl game?
Yes, including the bowl game. So 10 out of 12 regular season games.
Dude, that's gonna be a high bowl game. It might be Rose Bowl.
I could see us beating whoever they play the 10th. I can see them beating Nebraska.
I think I can see anybody beating Nebraska this year.
Illinois. We'll definitely beat Illinois. Because Illinois sucks. We'll beat Nebraska, Northwestern.
We probably have the easiest non-conference schedule ever.
Yeah, we'll win the non-conference games.
Well,
I can see them beating Iowa at home. I can see them beating IU, possibly. That's a head scratcher for me, because it's always a toss-up every year. You know?
I see us winning probably.
I can see us beating Michigan.
I don't see that.
Oh, it's at Michigan, so yeah, probably not.
I see Michigan probably going 11-1 this year.
I could see Purdue beating Penn State on their opener again.
I actually do too. But yeah,
I can see them winning their first 3 out of 4 games. So I'm guessing Stanford is week 17 or week 3. So you have Penn State. I can't read the schedule.
I see Michigan going 11-1.
I see Purdue winning their first 3 out of 4 games. Then they'll beat Minnesota. They'll probably lose to Michigan. They'll beat Nebraska. it's a toss-up between Wisconsin. They'll be between IU. So they have a chance this year to actually be a contender in the Big Ten.
Here's what I see Michigan. I see them beating Colorado State, Hawaii, Yukon, Maryland, Iowa, Indiana, Penn State. Do you agree?
Yeah.
That's their first, 7 games. Then it's home against Michigan State.
Yeah, you lose.
At Rutgers.
You'll win that game.
Then home against Nebraska, and then home against Illinois.
You'll win those 2 games.
Dude, those are 2 back-to-back just brutal games to watch, though.
Yes, those would be.
How big is Michigan going to be favored in those 2 games?
By 20 points.
Combined. And then at Ohio State, which is always the toughie. And I think we're going to lose to Ohio State this year.
Do you not play Purdue? Then what's the second?
We don't play Purdue. We play Maryland, Iowa, Indiana, Penn State, Michigan State, Rutgers, Nebraska, Illinois, Ohio State. We don't even play Wisconsin. We don't play Wisconsin or...
we play Maryland. Why did it? I think that I was looking at the Instagram schedule. Okay. My bad. So I see us winning. Let me backtrack here.
You're not going 10-2?
Since I
What's wrong? You're not going to go 10-2 this year?
Huh?
You're not going to go 10-2 this year?
No. I'm saying let me backtrack on that team because I thought it was Michigan. So I still have us winning our... Oh, we play Syracuse. Oh, I see us winning our first 4 games.
You play Syracuse?
Yes. We play Penn State, and then we play Indiana State. Then we play Syracuse, and then Florida Atlantic. So those are our first 4 games.
You know what I think? I just saw a non-conference. We play Yukon. I just want to give it up to Yukon. They won their first game in 2 years. And I'm not joking. You can look at their record. You can fact check me in the comments. They went 0-16. They went 0 for 2 years. So
I still have us winning our first 4 games.
I have a question. Why is Michigan and Yukon a national televised game?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I'd rather have Michigan and Maryland on a national televised game than Michigan and Yukon.
I could see us possibly winning to Minnesota.
I see that.
And I see us beating Maryland.
Yeah.
Beating Nebraska in Lafayette.
By 20.
I still have that Purdue-Wisconsin game in Wisconsin as a toss-up. Because if you look at it, for the past 10 years or so, 5 years or so, it's always been a toss-up between Purdue and Wisconsin. Each team has taken their slice each year. So it's a toss-up. I can't say much about that. I can see us winning against Iowa in Lafayette. I can see us beating Illinois in our home state. because we suck. I can see us beating Northwestern. And again, with the Wisconsin game, it's the same thing for Indiana because it's 50-50.
Yeah. I'm looking at the price range for Michigan, Ohio State. These things ain't cheap.
Cute.
The lowest price. You won't guess the lowest price for Michigan, Ohio State. Just for one ticket.
Ooh. 85.
Higher.
Higher. 90.
Higher.
98.
Higher.
150.
Higher.
250.
Yep. That's the
No.
that's the lowest ticket price for Michigan, Ohio State.
For one ticket.
For one ticket.
I'm looking this up because
I'm on Vivid Seats. Dude, if you want to go near the sideline, it's $1,500. If you want to go by the Michigan sideline, it's $1,500.
when's that game?
It's the last game of the season.
Last game.
It's
Okay.
November 26th.
Okay. So on Ticketmaster, can you guess?
It's probably
lowest
higher.
price? Can you guess the lowest price?
$300.
Lower.
$250.
Higher.
$275.
Higher.
$290.
A little higher.
$295.
A little higher.
$299.
Yes. That is the lowest price.
So, hey, if you want to go to Michigan, Ohio State,
for one single ticket,
look up Vivid Seats. They go for $250 right now for a nosebleed seat.
that's $299 is the nosebleed.
Dude, actually, this seat ain't bad. But for $250, I looked at the lowest ticket price for the Michigan Illinois game. The lowest ticket is $28 for Michigan against Illinois.
Now Wisconsin versus. Okay, that's not bad.
Bro, hey, you want to go with me to Michigan, Illinois?
Are you buying
$30.
the tickets?
What?
Are you buying the ticket?
I mean, I might. $28 for the end zone. It's $28 each for the end. Dude, you gotta see this view. This is $28. You won't believe this. There's no way. For $28?
In Michigan.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, Michigan against Illinois. I'm actually debating about this now. I mean, it's a Saturday. We could drive up. Dude, $28. And that's only like 12 rows up, too. Dude, we could actually make that work.
When's that game?
It is... What is this? November 19th.
November 19th. You said for 2 tickets in the end zone?
Yeah.
Section 35?
I'm saying 36. But it's like $1 price range for 35 and 37. Oh no, it's actually, yeah, 31 for Well, wait, what section are you looking at?
The highest, the section that you showed me.
That's 30.
33.
Section 36.
Okay. Highest on Ticketmaster for that section is, I mean, 129, but the lowest is 32, so it's not off.
Bro, this is a $28 ticket. I might have to snag this, bro. I might have to. I mean, that's a great seat. For
Go, I mean,
for $28?
November 19th. That is
It's a Saturday.
Saturday before Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll say this. If that tickets are still available by,
Yeah.
let's say September 19th, then I jump on them.
All right.
And then it would just be for Saturday, right? Is that game time decided yet or no?
The game time is to be determined.
Okay, so when they'll probably determine that about September.
Yeah, a month in advance.
Yeah, a month or two in advance. So let's wait until they do that before we jump on the tickets.
All right.
Okay.
What about Purdue? What's the cheapest ticket price for Purdue?
Ooh.
I bet that's cheap.
Huh?
I bet that's cheap. You see how cheap Cubs tickets are now? They're like $15.
I mean, for IU, you get $13 for 2 tickets.
No way. Actually?
Yeah.
And that's at Purdue?
It's at Purdue versus, well, it's against the Indiana State Sycamores. So.
Oh, that's why.
They're out of conference, so of course they're going to be cheap. But let's go.
$13 each or 13 a total?
13 each.
Oh my gosh. What day? What day's that?
Well, that's the second week.
Ooh.
So it's September 10th. Let's do Purdue versus Illinois in Champaign. $21 a ticket, not bad.
That would be one boring game, though. Well, no, it is Illinois versus Michigan, too. That's probably a boring game as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's just because it's Illinois. Dude,
yeah, probably, yeah.
But the seats, though, that I'm looking at is, like, just insane for $28. Like, there's no way this... If this was Michigan at Ohio State, this would be $2,000.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I saw the, if you want to be by the bleachers for the Michigan-Ohio State game, it's like $15,000 right now.
Mm.
No, last year, the tickets sold for about $30,000.
Mm.
Which was insane, because all those celebrities and stuff were there. Mm-hmm. As we're talking about ticket prices, did you see the ticket prices on Coach K's last game?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
15,000
the nosebleed seats for $15,000?
Yes.
That game might... I can't fathom going to a college game for $15,000 just to be in the nosebleeds. I can't fathom it. I
can't imagine that either. But it's...
But yeah,
it is what it is.
But yeah, people did it. Alright, well, since we found that we could go to a game, yeah, I'm looking at Michigan, Ohio State. There's 1,400, there's 1,200, 13, 15, that's a high one. It's actually not that bad. What about a suite? Do they have suites? Oh yeah, they do. Let's look at a suite here, Zach. You wanna buy it? You wanna buy a suite for the Michigan Ohio State game?
Do I want to buy a suite?
For the Michigan Ohio State game?
How much would that suite be?
It depends on what type of suite you want.
Seriously?
I'm looking at 17 all the way to 3K.
$17 to 3K?
No, 1,700.
1,700?
Oh, new high one of 4,000.
Oh my god. No, I don't want a suite.
half the sections are already full. They're already selling out the tickets for this Michigan Ohio State game, and I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either.
It's Michigan Ohio State, and these teams are going to be really good, just like last year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that $28 one, I'm going to be on the lookout. Promise me, I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm going to be on full watch, see if those tickets go or not. And if they don't, by like September 20th or something, we might have to dive deeper and try to pull the trigger.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I'll see ya. I don't have much to talk about left.
Alright.
Do you?
Well, no.
Alright.
Well, you could end the podcast here, I guess.
Alright, guys. That was the podcast. Hopefully we do more and I don't back out of them. Make sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And comment down below if Zach should pay 15 grand on a suite or if he should become a mascot. Comment down below that if he should be the Ravens mascot.